Alrighty, so just a quick unboxing video. Just picked this up from the gun broker about an hour ago, really. So I thought, why not start the YouTube channel with reviewing a new toy. So, the Xts Prime here, and yeah, pretty hyped about it. So far, I've taken it out of the box, I've had a look at it, so got my little marks on it and everything. But so far so good. Nice little carbon case here. I've always liked the way that MacDev have done their cases. It's very simple, very easy, fits in the gear bag, really nice, and holds everything. So inside, got the brand new Xts from MacDev. So it's got all its brand new features comparing to the previous Prime. Don't own one, but I've shot one a few times with a few of my mates. Great job. Alrighty, sorry about that. The camera fell down because I'm using the famous patented technique of two boxes on top of a stand. So there you go. Invest in camera gear if you think about doing this shit. Anyway, as I was saying, so this is I guess what you'd call a generational upgrade from the previous Prime platform. So, few key differences. First one, start with the bottom up. So previously they had a flip lock similar to this, but they had a bit of a wedge here, so it made it easier to degas the gun with a little wedge. Apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, but they had a few issues where player would accidentally rub against it, it would come off, degas the gun. Apparently an issue. Moving up, we've got the new Prime grips. So, try and get a bit closer to the gun. So, different material from what I've been told. In texture, it feels quite similar to the previous Clone 5, but with a bit more softer plastic. But as well, they've milled the back of the grips here straight into the frame. I'll take an Allen key and I'll show you later on. But I think in this video I'll keep it nice and simple. Full in-depth video to come eventually. But the main thing is a little bit recessed in here and a little bit wedged in, so it's a very nice form-fitting grip so far. You can really get your hands up in there and it feels quite nice. Moving on, they have changed the board in here to a newer revision, so different sound, different everything. But inside everything's still the same, a little bit more waterproof from what I've been told and what they report. Don't know. I mean, look, it's raining today, tomorrow. Who knows? If I can get the time, I'll go out and play in the rain or in the mud and see how it goes. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Don't really see issues with boards and shit getting wet anymore. Might be different. Mind you, this is Australia, Queensland, so it does rain quite a bit, a lot of moisture. Oh well. So we'll see. So, quite good. And you can see, if I turn the eyes off, like the previous MacDevs, keeps track of everything, and it's quite simple. I've always liked MacDev guns where they do have this, the board straight here. So, if you're playing, if you see something wrong, you can keep track of it quite well. It's a whole lot better than, having a look at where it would conventionally be, like, with your Shockers, Luxes, and the Planet Eclipse guns all have it here. But I think with that being done, have wider grip frame, but with Primes, I've got mostly tiny hands. They're not massive compared to others, but pretty tiny hands. Feels very nice. Trigger hasn't changed. Grip and the actual frame, I don't think there's any change at all. Milling, obviously a big change. As for the bolt system, doesn't have a whole lot of lubricant on it, so I'm not gonna. What's going on here? No, camera's fine. So haven't re-lubricated it. It doesn't seem like it came lubed from the factory, but that's fine. These came straight off the anodizing line when I put my order through with Diane and Burke down in MacDev Sydney. Shout out to those guys, are really big help. I do think they test these in factories. I might just take it apart myself, put a bit of lube on, just to see how the engine works. But as well, you know, it's Infinity Core. What can I say? Big generational upgrade from what I've been shooting with the Clone 5S. You know, it does have quite a big difference. You know, bigger space volume, different can. You've got more O-rings on the front. Other than that, from what I've been told, 2 bumpers at the back, smoother shot, easier shot. So we'll see what happens. I think, you know, shooting primes, or have shot a few primes, you know, quite a big difference. The MacDevs to me have always been nice, smooth shooting guns, very soft on paint. Not a whole lot of issues. I'll get to this friend, or this guy, in a few seconds. Nice clamping feed neck. It's not like the Clone 5, which I've previously had, where you had just kind of winded it in. I never really had an issue. I do like these clamping feed necks that you can adjust with the oversized thumb screw. Quite easy. You know, I run a shit ton of weird different hoppers. You know, I mainly use the Virtuous Fire 3, 280. Very nice hopper. It works quite well. Can't complain. Moving on to the eye covers. So MacDev have done something which I don't think any other company has really done before. They are completely toolless, and it's not like the toolless like the CS2 that you see, where you remove the grip frame, there's a little lock that you pull, and then you can pull it off. What they've done here, quite different, which I do like. So, get a thumb underneath the bottom of the thing here, and it just comes off straight like that, no issues. The little detent came out, but it's not an issue, because, you know, detents are meant to come out, and I was playing with it as quite a bit as well. But, you know, detent goes quite in there. It's just straight, simple brake beam eyes. None of that fancy stuff that you see with, I think, the Dye does it with their eye pipe system, where it looks through the actual plastic and detects it that way. The CS2, they have that little eye transfer tube. Look, I've never really had issues of paint getting in the eyes, unless I'm specifically going out of the way to, you know, chop paint in the eyes, you know, doing other stuff. I mean, I might do a bit of a torture test, but I don't really want to, because they're a bit of a pain. Other than that, as you can see, a little magnet rides up in there. But what I've noticed is, when you put it in, all you have to do is shove it at the top there. Fits all nice and snug. But the main thing is, you know, just have a look at the milling. Everything sits very nice well in there. You know, there's not a single gap that I can see with this gun. And, you know, it's a beautiful gun. Looks amazing. I like the coloring. Saying this to my mate in the car when we were picking up the gun. Kind of wish I'd asked for the blue anodizing as his accents. But, you know, for the Zeus color pattern, looks very nice. Very nice, very clean. Everything about this gun is very, very schwick. I think is what the cool kids call it. The foregrip, they've got this fancy new system where you can take the Allen key here and take the frame off, and you can change it from a 9 degrees forward to straight 90 degrees. Look, I've never had an issue. I grew up playing with the Axe 2 and with a Tippmann X7, so, you know, ergonomics, look, yeah, they're a thing, you know. I mean, I'm paying a pretty penny for this gun, so I do want it to feel nice, but, you know, in the current configuration, very nice, you know, I'm not complaining. Only real complaint, you know, it's a bit sharp in the milling around here. I hold the gun a little bit weird if you've ever seen photos of me playing. I hold it somewhat like this. Even then, look, it doesn't really cause too much of an issue. I imagine once I start playing, well, maybe look, I'll start finding issues, but for the meantime, the gun itself, nice little package, doesn't weigh a lot. Feels about the same weight as my CS2, really. You know, they're pretty light guns, no issue there. It's all evenly distributed, so, you know, if you hold it like this, yeah, it feels a bit weird, but do that with any gun. It'll feel weird. Straight 90 degree, you know, once you're holding a lane and start shooting, feels perfect. Anyway, let's move on to what else is in the case. So, you've got your standard MacDev Militia Lube, which is just their brand of Down 33. I think they do a few special things, but look, I use Hater Sauce. Nice, very simple MacDev barrel bag, you know, it's cool. I got really fancy Exalt ones. MacDev Xts Manual. Quick start. It's a bit of a quick start guide, but it does go over the troubleshooting and everything. tells you everything, you know, very nice pictures and everything. All very straightforward, and the main thing I always like, they've got the support page on the back. Very simple, very nice colours. Moving on, we've got a little bag of O-rings and spares. Got a few details. Looks like the tip of the barrel. Oh, sorry, the bolt. Very tip here. They do swell up after a while. You know, you're looking at 2 years down the line that you have to replace a lot of these things. Brand new reg seat, very cool. I don't see that quite often with a lot of guns. I don't want to say 100%, but I don't think the CS2 that I bought came with a replacement regular seat. So it's great to see that MacDev is, you know, they're putting effort into what they're providing with their high-end guns. Mind you, I bought a second-hand Clone 5. Look, I was lucky to even get the box for that thing. Overall, the case, very nice. Big change from their previous lines, I think, is they've got a nice little Velcro strip here to hold everything in. And on the other side of this, you have, start with the part closest to me, their MacDev branded Allen key set. Ball heads at the bottom, little screwdriver. Very cool. I don't see that happening anymore. And it's a full Allen key set. It's not like the ones that you just need. It's got... Ooh, what is this one here? It looks like it starts at a 1/4 Allen key goes down straight to the 1/16, which is nice to see. I'll put that aside because I'll need that. Right. Move these out of the way for the moment because they are extras. They don't come... You can order these separately. I like them. Oh well. But the main thing is we've got the new shaft. I think this is a shaft 3 system, what they're calling. So... This thing is big. That's the first thing I noticed. Comes with their new insert system. So that is very long. You know, I think on the website it's about a 8-inch control ball, which I think is what the industry is looking towards. So about the same size if you're... Maybe it could be a bit longer. I don't have one, but the Freak XL kit, this could be a bit longer. New system of placing in there. So you've got the recessed end on this side, so put the MacDev side in here and you get the barrel back. Sorry about the shaking, I've been eating all day, so probably what they call a bit hypoglycemic, or AK I am fucking hungry. So fits in all nice and snug, can get it all tightened down, and all the fitting on this, it's just amazing, and very nice colouring, and fits quite well. So, reverse thread as well. It's not the conventional thread where you slip it all on. Reverse thread, so keep that in mind. So, out of the box, it comes with a 689 and a 681. So you have the extremes. When I was talking to Diane on the phone when I was placing my order, apparently the Europeans, they've got some weird sizing issues. It goes from like the super extreme of the massive sizing to the tiny sizing. I think that's why they do it. I hear MacDevs are quite popular over in Europe. In the US, I heard they're quite popular as well. Australia, you know, they're fairly popular. I do see them quite often on the field. Anyway, so the extra things I ordered from their website is the extra barrel insert for 685, because that is the universal size for Australia. I've played, you know, I haven't been on the tournament scene for a whole long, but, you know, I've played a lot of guys. They say they've never used anything but a 685. When I played bush ball, and, you know, the amount of time I played, you know, I've never used anything but a 685. I may as well show it to you while I'm here. Also bought a barrel muffler for autococker thread. Some people ask me why I do this. Look, it makes it a little bit easier once I finish, you know, lubing up the guns. I do like to shoot them once or twice. All this does is... these are quite fancy. All it does is, one, makes it a whole lot quieter. You can use it for teching, but I don't tech at all. I tried it, made a lot of mistakes, so I've just given up. So, you know, it fits on the end here. It makes it a whole lot quieter. I'll have a bit of a shoot inside once I get the, once I put a little bit of lube in it. But, you know, it sits on the back here. But that's not the important part that you should worry about. Main thing is, it's this bad boy. one thing I did notice is that there is a bit of milling at the very rear of the barrel here. I'm not sure what it's for. Could be for holding. Anyway, so here we go. This is what... can't even get it all in frame. This is what it relatively looks like. So, feels quite nice. While I'm holding it here, you know, without a hopper or really shooting anything, you know, looks very straight, looks very nice, very clean. All the edges on this, beautiful. Anyhow, I will hold the video and I'll put a little bit of lubricant in here and do a bit of a firing test inside. Actually, I thought midway through taking this apart, may as well show it. So I've already unscrewed this little back cap here. So this is where the valve and the rest of the air comes in from the system, is my best assumption. There are people out there that fully break it down. I recommend QT Paintball. He does an amazing breakdown of the Infinity drive, comparing it to, I believe, the previous Clone 5 generation of the Clone 5S. I highly recommend going that video if you do want to have a look at the how essentially this thing works. But from a very simple, I guess, layman's experience, you know, it's ooh, nice and lubricated. So it looks like I don't have to worry about it, I think. That's just it. But taking it apart, oh my god, this thing is simple. You've got your back piece here, you've got the front can and the keg, you've got your valve nose, and I can see where they put the two bumpers at the back here. So you've got one nice big bumper on the back there, and you've got one nice big bumper at the front here. So it looks like they, I mean, I'm not accusing that they don't. I just didn't, you know, comparing it to my mates in the car, he had a shit ton of lube here. Nice little, it shows that it's been shot quite a few times. You know, Xts lube does like to pull up there. Other than that, looks like it's all lubricated. So according to the manual here, looks like I only need to clean. So yes, if I was going to relube this, which I'm not, I can imagine people are screaming at me saying, look, relube it while you've got it open. Yeah, I don't care. So it looks like you only need to clean the number 17 O-ring in here, apply fresh lube as well. There is an internal O-ring at the very back of the can here. If you've ever shot the previous clone generations or have the Infinity core, like I said, it's literally the same. There is an O-ring in there, a little bit of lube, and just clean it up. As for that, apply fresh lube to the number 16 O-ring, which looks like to be the actual bolt itself. So lubricate here, a little bit on the bolt is what I like to do. And then after that, just reassemble. So how easy is that? I think you can get easier. I haven't seen a marker to do that just yet. Oh, I imagine the Planet Eclipse Gamma Core, but there are some intricacies to that. I mean, all guns have to be intricate to some level. You know, comparing this to, I guess, previous generations, you know, look, I mean, we're not at the stage of autocockers where you have to worry about timing and all that kind of stuff. And I just like to get a little bit of lubricant here, just so I can, ooh, it's blue. That is cool. I like to lubricate these little O-rings here as well. Makes it easier for the bolt to go in. I know it's not recommended, but look, it's going to work its way out eventually. Just makes it easier and makes me feel better at the end of the day to lubricate the ones that have a lot of movement against the actual bolt face. It doesn't, like I said, doesn't provide issues. There's no issues. It doesn't recommend it. If you're worried, just follow what the manual says. Give it a good go. Someone's giving me a message. Alrighty, so a bit of a time frame here. So it goes quite in, nice and easy. Back cap goes down. So let's reach over here. Hopefully I don't knock out. No, I haven't. So this is my well, it's just a tank I use. So they have said you can use high pressure. So if I blow out every single O-ring in here, let it be known, it wants SLPs, but I have placed a lot of faith. So, using the infamous Haymaker V2 Reg, 68 Ninja Tank, it's a 68 4K fill, but currently the fill on this is about under 1,500, because I didn't fill it up the last time I finished playing, because doing university at the moment, don't really have a lot of time to go out and have fun at paintball. even though that money is not an issue. So let's have a look, because I've seen videos of people shooting this with the mufflers on, you know, apparently it does make it quiet. But we'll have a look. So, eyes are off. No O-rings have blown out yet. Always a good sign. So, let's have a shoot. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, that is nice and smooth. Not hearing... Oh, there is a slight leak in here, but I think that could just be because I am... you know, this isn't really exactly set to, I think, what they require. A pressure of 455 is preferred, however, 300 to 800 psi is acceptable. I don't know what the pressure is coming out of this tank, it's just stock standard. I think on their website, these haymakers come out of the factory about 450. As well, look, I haven't put a lot on there. Once you fire a gun enough, it will sort itself out. Let's have another little... That is fast, man. It's not like the CS2 where you are... Oh, jeez. Where you're having to wait for the shot. This one, it just goes. You pull the trigger, there's bomb, boom. Very nice. I like it. So, like I said, these are my initial thoughts. Very easy degassing. No gases left in the chamber. So, final initial thoughts. MacDev Prime XTS. Would I recommend it? Look, I haven't brought it out in the field. I've never been steered in the wrong direction from MacDev. Never had, well, I have had issues in the past, but that's only because you buy secondhand guns, you don't know what you're getting. It's quite a mixed bag. Price point? Australia, look, you've got options. You can pay about brand new. You know, I did get a bit of a special deal. I'm not going to say how much. It was a bit of a team deal. Being a part of a team does have its perks, so if you do hop in a professional team, or if you do have a team, chat with them, see if you're sponsored by anyone. We're not sponsored officially by MacDev Projectile Dysfunction. We just are good friends with Mark Etok. He is our local rep up here. A little bit of talking, we did get a bit of a nice price. So, for my price point, I'd highly recommend it. For brand new players, look, I mean, if you're willing to spend the same amount of price for this gun, you do have the option of buying, in Australia at least, for the same price point, which is about 2,300, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Look, you can buy CS2. You're a bit out of the range of the new Luxes and the Dye DM3+. You do have options. You can go low and you can look at the SP Shockers. I haven't had a look at the new Shocker that's come out. It's the one with a little fancy back cap here that screws. Look, they're all SP guns. They're really just upend ions. I haven't had an issue with them. They're quite good. A lot of my mates swear past by them. But if you're on the fence between this and a CS2, I'd get this. CS2, you're waiting for a shot. They're quite short, a little bit heavy. I've never liked the milling on the standard CS2. I got the CS2 Pro for that milling. But mind you, I haven't shot this yet. Take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research is my main thing. If you've got friends at the field that have guns, I'll shoot them all. You know, if you can find like an old LV, like shoot that. You might like the old pop pits. As for a spool valve gun of this generation, I'd say it's worth it. The price I paid, yes, very much worth it. Brand new, you know, I was either going to pick this or a CS2. The only reason I picked the CS2 was the coloring. You know, that's how petty I am. Hindsight 2020, probably would have picked this, you know. Very nice, very nice, very clean gun. Everything's made in Australia. All the anodizing's done here. Overall, I'm very happy with what I've got today, and I look forward to shooting it. And if you want to play with me, if you're in Brisbane, Queensland, have a look at the Projectile Dysfunction Facebook page. We play at club days at Valhalla Paintball every first month of the every first Saturday of every month, and we're at Sanford Paintball Skirmish every third Saturday each month. So, sorry, not Saturday, Sunday. So if you want to come out and play with me, want to have a look at the gun, look, just hit me up, say that you saw this on Facebook or wherever the heck you posted it. So just, like I said, this is very off the cuff, first kind of real video of doing this, but I'll be doing this more in the future. So leave like, comment, angry comments, cool. If you got a XTS, you know, tell me in the comments, what do you like about it? What do you hate about it? I'll do a full-up video once I've put quite a few rounds of paint through it, and we'll see how it goes. So, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.